Tell me what's going on.
All right, so I installed a radio head unit about a month ago. I had to remove the entire audio system that was stock. Well, wasn't all stock. Wires were rotted out, things like that. So I pulled all the door speakers, clipped all the wires, ran my own fresh wires from each door up to where the head unit goes. However, I ran RCA for the audio, so I didn't end up using those at all. So those wires were not a part of this. In order to gain 12-volt switched power, I used the pink wire that goes from the ignition case where the ignition switch starts at. There's a pink wire that runs directly down the console or down the steering column and into a fuse box to the left under the kick panel. That worked just fine for the last month. However, I decided to upgrade my radio to a new head. So I just clipped the wire that was tapped through the 12-volt switched wire, and I connected a 12-volt, constant from the radio unit itself on that small harness into that pink wire. And then I went and turned the key to check to see if the radio would come on. And then I heard audio feedback from the amplifier that I have running. So I guess I don't know whether I've blown a fuse. I've gone through most of my fuses. What's along after that point, the engine did not start or crank. The gauge cluster is just dead. The only light that comes on there is the security light, which is normal for when the key is in the ignition. What else is on or not working is the four-wheel drive. Usually, I don't know if it would be working with the key just turned. I think it's after it starts that the light on the too high normal position is on, and the fuel pump does not cut on with the ignition switch. But I do hear the relay, the starter relay does click, but I get no start from the starter.
All right, let me ask you a few basic questions. I apologize, you may have already said this. I'm sorry. Are you sure all the fuses are good?
Not all of them. I've checked most of them. The one that's under the kick panel, when you open the door, in that paneling, I've checked most of what I assumed to be the correct fuses. I don't know if I missed one or two or a relay. I looked under the hood at a couple of fuses. I looked at the fuel or the ignition tube, and then the two blue 15 or 10 amp fuses in between those two fuses. Those seemed good.
All right, no worries. So since we don't know all of the fuses are good, I would just, once we get off the phone, I would recommend that we just go through all of the fuses just to be sure we're not missing anything simple. You have a radio 1 fuse inside the vehicle, and you have a radio fuse under the hood.
Well, the problem with that is that I'm not using the radio harness that came with the truck, because before I got the truck, the original stock amp, people on these Chevy Avalanches, they always seem to chop all of those wires to the amp because the amp ends up being faulty at some point, and people always just end up running their own audio system. So I'm not tapped into radio circuit at all.
So what probably happened is you're tapped into a different circuit, and that circuit shorted out, and it affected a lot of everything else. So that's what's going on. No, I understand. I get you. So it's real simple. The engine doesn't crank over, correct?
The engine doesn't crank. Gauge cluster. Usually when you turn the key, you get the 14-volt reading on the gauge. None of my gauges move anywhere. And the four-wheel drive button, usually the one that it's set to, is glowing yellow,
right?
A little yellow light on it. I think, and fuel pump, no.
So what we need to do is we need to basically, once we've confirmed all of the fuses are good, there's a couple things we could do. We could go right to the ignition switch, and we can check power in and out of the ignition switch with the key on.
I don't have a multimeter with me, but you could at some point, once we get to that, maybe explain to me what I should be finding there, because we probably have the car or the truck pulled.
Yep. And then the second thing we need to do is we need to plug in and check for codes and communication with the computers.
I also do not have the OBD scanner with me, so I will. Hopefully we don't get to that point, but I could at that point check.
So if you can, I guess let's just start there. Once you get your voltmeter, get your OBD2 code reader, and just check these basic things, and you can just reply back and let me know.
So I guess my question is, what is the circuit that controls all of those three components that would could the ignition cylinder itself cause no fuel pump, no starter, and no gauge cluster?
The ignition switch could.
I suspect that maybe that's the only thing those are the only symptoms that I'm really having.
So I'm going to tell you a secret. Just from the explanation, we're not going to figure out what's going on. And I know a lot of people, they like to talk about it, and they think the more they talk about it, the quicker they're going to find the answer. When in real world scenario, we actually have to run the tests. So the answer is on the vehicle. We have to go to the vehicle. We have to check power in and out of the ignition switch. There might not even be power to the ignition switch. So then if you come back and you tell me that, we just pull a diagram of the ignition switch, and then we just back up further in the circuit, just find out where we're losing voltage. But if we got power in and out of the ignition switch, well, then the problem's going to be after the ignition switch. So my hands are tied until I know this information.
That's fine. So where do I, through the app, is that where I need to get back into contact with you?
Yes, or just reply back to our chat. What you can do is if you turn the key on, just measure voltage on all the fuses under the hood once we confirm that they're good, and then check the voltage on all the fuses inside the vehicle with the key turned on. And then just let me know what you find, and then, of course, check for codes, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Thank you.
All right, you bet. You're welcome. I'll talk with you soon. All right, bye.